everyone. I did contemplate whether I was going to film or not, because if I am going to film, it's not going to be very long. So, also, I had to be careful because I can't edit. Also, I don't even know what you can see because it's kind of blocked the, like, here. So I don't know how much you can actually see of me, but it doesn't really matter, does it? I did have on time lapse for about 10 minutes. Even though obviously I'm not editing, I could put it up as a short. Now I don't know how short it actually is, because even if I had time lapse on for an hour, it might only be 20 seconds, because there's like time lapses in videos where there was once where like I had a 45-minute phone call on a time lapse and it like was like something like 12 seconds long. It was something stupid. I think the more you move in your time lapse, the longer it'll be. Even if you like film for 10 minutes, if you move more, it'll be longer than if it was like a 10-minute one where you don't move. I think. Could be wrong, I'm not an expert. So my car's misting up. See, I don't really want to put the heating on, but I might have to, because I'm hot. Just had to blow my nose as well, because I was talking and my nose just got to the part I was like, I'm gonna have to go because I really desperately need to blow my nose. I'm tired. I've been tired every day I've woken up. It's all this extra walking I've been doing. I did a video about it yesterday. I'm doing more walking. I mean, this could go up before that video, but I have been doing more walking. I did double walks at weekend. I don't always walk at weekend because she gets doubled walked anyway, and also it's harder with certain neighbours. I mean, most of them have left me alone. It's just that I don't feel comfortable leaving my house because of some people. But last week I did about an hour and a half ish. Sometimes it was more, sometimes it was less on the first walk, and then the second walk was 30 to 40 minutes. And I did it Monday as well. Tuesday was my shortest walk since I got sick. I'm still unwell, but I'm not as ill as I was. Like, I feel a lot better, but it's just clinging on. So yeah, Tuesday was my shortest one. I don't even remember why. Probably exhausted. I think I did think I would go out again. I think I did about hour and 5, hour and 10, and typically I like to do about an hour and a half, weather dependent and health dependent. But even when I was getting sick, even when I was on my like worst day of sickness, I still did over an hour. I think my worst day of sickness, I think I pulled off like an hour, or was it just under an hour? But on all the other days I was doing like hour and 20, hour and 30. I'd love to know why people literally stare at people in the car when they're like walking past. That's why I went quiet. There was just like a woman and 2 children just staring at me, and I'm like, I didn't stare back at them, I was just waiting for them to walk past. Do you know what, I'm probably not as far forward as I should be, because when I got here, the person in front of me had just come back to the car and they were really up to the line, and if I would have pulled as far forward as I need to be, they wouldn't have got the trolley there. And that's why I always try and park in the back one of the two, or facing outwards. No, my back end outwards, my boot outwards, so I can get my shopping in my car. So I think before I go, I'm going to pull forward a little bit. Not into the lane in front of me, because then if someone parks behind me really close, I won't be able to get my shopping in the boot. And I'm actually, I don't normally park this far forward. Like, I'm not as far forward as you can get. But when I parked where I normally park, I'd parked next to this van, and they were quite close to the line. and I feel like they might have hit my car when they got back in, and obviously if I weren't in the car I wouldn't know. But then again, I was here the other week, obviously, in my dad's car. Was it my dad's car? Yeah, I was. And this guy whacked his door into my dad's car, looked at me and drove off super fast. So I took pictures of him. I was actually on the phone to my dad at the time, and I took pictures of him, and his car as he drove literally raced off, and I didn't know if he'd damaged the car or not, so obviously I made sure I got his car reg in the picture. So that's why I moved to this one, but normally I'm like behind. But yeah, I am tired. I'm struggling to get to sleep as well. Even though I'm tired, I'm struggling to get to sleep, and I'm sure I'm waking up more than I should be waking up. You know, like tossing and turning. I think the people who parked next to me have just come back because he's made a point of walking around my car, even though there's literally room to walk between the cars. I mean, if I could fit a trolley through the cars, I walk through the cars, like I don't go around. I mean, I'm not close to him. But generally, I do park, not right at the back of car parks, but I do park a considerable way back. Oh God, is he going to see me? Just because if someone, well, a lot of people don't tend to park right at the back unless the shop's really busy, and it's always the lazy ones who park near the door. Sorry if you park near the door, but you know, I'd rather do more steps and like be at the back of the car park with potentially no one parking next to me, so then no one's going to hit the car door into my car and drive off. I'm always super careful when getting in my car. There's somewhere that I go and the car park spaces are so tight, and I'm always like, oh God. Or once, I don't know how I managed to get out my bloody car once, like I was literally, felt like I needed to cut myself in half. I was squeezing out the car and I'm thinking, how are they going to get in their car? And I'm thinking, if it's this hard getting it out of the car, how else is it going to get back in the car?